Video 29, Social Cognitive Theory, SCT Area 3, both subcompetencies 3.12. Review the learning objectives for this video. Alright, let us explore one of the most comprehensive theories you will encounter in health education. Social Cognitive Theory, abbreviated SCT, was developed by Albert Bandura in 1986, and it is a frequently tested topic on the Certified Health Education Specialist and Master Certified Health Education Specialist exams. I think you will find this one really interesting because of how it connects so many ideas together. The central concept of social cognitive theory is reciprocal determinism, which states that behavior, personal factors, and environmental factors all continuously influence each other in a dynamic three-way relationship. This means that changing any one of these three elements can lead to changes in the other two. For example, a person's knowledge about nutrition, which is a personal factor, can change their eating behavior, which in turn changes their food environment if they start keeping healthier foods at home. You can see how everything is connected. Behavioral capability refers to having both the knowledge and the skills needed to perform a behavior. A person cannot adopt a healthy cooking habit if they do not know how to prepare healthy meals. Observational learning, also called modeling, means that people can learn new behaviors by watching others perform them. This is why peer educators and role models are so effective in health education programs. Reinforcement includes any response to a behavior that affects whether that behavior will be repeated. Self-efficacy, which Bandura considered the most important construct, is a person's confidence in their ability to perform a specific behavior in specific situations. Remember, you saw self-efficacy in the health belief model too, so this is a construct that really crosses theoretical boundaries. Expectations are the anticipated outcomes a person associates with performing a behavior, and they influence whether the person will attempt the behavior in the first place. Let us examine reciprocal determinism more closely because it is the foundational principle that distinguishes social cognitive theory from other behavior change theories, and I want to make sure you feel really confident with this one. In this model, personal factors include a person's knowledge, attitudes, beliefs, self-efficacy, and outcome expectations. These are the cognitive elements that influence how a person thinks about a behavior. Behavioral factors include the actual skills a person has, their practice history, and their self-monitoring habits. These represent what a person does and how they track their own progress. Environmental factors include social norms, access to resources, physical surroundings, and institutional policies. These represent the external conditions that either support or hinder behavior. Now here's the key insight of reciprocal determinism. These three categories are not independent. They constantly interact. Let me give you an example that really brings this to life. Consider a smoking cessation scenario. A smoker who learns about the health risks of tobacco, which is a personal factor, may attempt to quit, which is a behavioral factor. If their workplace then implements a smoke-free policy, which is an environmental factor, this supports the new behavior. The success of quitting then reinforces the person's beliefs about their ability to change, which strengthens their self-efficacy, cycling back to personal factors. Can you see how beautifully that loop works? Health educators who understand reciprocal determinism design interventions that target all three domains simultaneously, creating a mutually reinforcing system of change. That is the power of this approach, and it is what makes social cognitive theory so practical for your work. Now let us talk about reinforcement, which is a critical construct in social cognitive theory. There are several types that you will want to understand. Direct reinforcement involves providing tangible rewards for performing a desired behavior. For example, a worksite wellness program might offer gift cards to employees who complete a physical activity challenge. Vicarious reinforcement occurs when a person sees someone else being rewarded for a behavior. This is closely linked to observational learning. When a community member sees a neighbor receive public recognition for volunteering at a health fair, they may be motivated to volunteer as well. Self-reinforcement involves individuals setting their own goals and rewarding themselves when they achieve them. This is a more sustainable form of reinforcement because it does not depend on external sources, and it is something you can encourage your participants to practice. Social reinforcement includes praise, encouragement, and positive feedback from peers, family members, or healthcare providers. A simple statement from a doctor saying they are proud of a patient's progress can be a powerful motivator. Never underestimate the impact of genuine encouragement. However, there are important considerations I want you to be aware of. Research shows that excessive external rewards can sometimes decrease intrinsic motivation, a phenomenon called the over-justification effect. Punishment or negative consequences are generally less effective than positive reinforcement in promoting lasting behavior change. Reinforcement should be delivered in a timely manner and be specific to the behavior you want to encourage. Finally, best practice involves gradually fading external rewards over time so that the behavior becomes self-sustaining through internal motivation and habit formation. This is practical knowledge that will serve you both on the exam and in your real-world practice. Read the scenario STEM aloud. Give students 30 seconds to consider options before advancing. The correct answer is C. This program targets all three components of reciprocal determinism: personal factors through educational workshops about benefits and knowledge, behavioral factors through the buddy system that provides practice and social support, and environmental factors through workplace policy changes. While self-efficacy, observational learning, and behavioral capability are all present, reciprocal determinism is the overarching construct that explains why addressing all three levels simultaneously is more effective. Summarize the key takeaways.